Hey, what's up, guys? Carry on back from the video, and today I'm going to do my "What if Naruto had a sister?" part uh, 17. There, yeah, 17. Technically, so here it goes. There from the previous part. There we see technically Naruto actually arrived to the village there. They said they were pretty happy to be home and stuff like that. Mostly Akashi was technically training on how to do the bell training there. Mostly they're technically training on how to do the bell training and stuff like that. Naruto actually gets the first time how to do the bell training and stuff like that when technically that was going on with that stuff there. Technically, we go to the Gaara getting taken there. Naruto, we're trying to rescue Gaara there. Same with stuff there with Granny Geo being in the mix there with Sakura there. Mostly Sakura and Granny Geo were still fighting Satori. That still happened like in the original series. Naruto. We're chasing after Datara there. Mostly he was mostly chasing after they're mostly chasing after Datara there. Kashi was trying to stop him from when the Akatsuki actually having the Nine Tails in both Naruto and Naruto there. He was trying to stop him and stuff like that. What's actually happening and stuff. So when that was going on with that stuff there, they revived Gaara there, and Gaara was actually thanking them for reviving him and stuff like that. So happens in the original series there. Technically, so we go into the next. So that was in part 16 there. So here goes in part 17. What if Naruto had a sister? Technically, we go into where technically they arrive back to the village there and stuff like that. Donzo was trying to get his way there to actually put Sai on Team 7 there because Sasuke is technically gone during this timeline. They're like in the original series, but there's an extra third member already on Team 7 there. So there's already a third person on Team 7 there. And then he kind of like, Donzo like throwing a fit there to Tsunade there. And he's like, this is not fair there. He's like, you let he's like, Donzo was saying, you let Noriko to be on a fourth team there. And then Tsunade was actually saying, she said, I was not in power when she was on the fourth team there. She was technically saying this to Donzo, saying, mostly this is my turf now, not the third Hokage's turf. Like the third Hokage did let Naruto actually be on Team 7 there because of the Nine Tails is technically in her and stuff like that, and Naruto and stuff like that. So technically Naruto actually got a fourth team out of it there because of it. But because Sasuke is gone during this timeline, or still is gone during this timeline there, technically Donjo was trying to force his hand to put a fourth member onto Team 7 there. And mostly Tsunade was saying, look, Donzo, I am not going to let your assistants to be on Team 7 there. They already have a person there. They already have Naruto there. So you can't have your way there and remove somebody there from the team there because you want your power and stuff like that. Donzo kind of threw a fit there, and he kind of like says, okay, have it your way and stuff like that. That's what he told Tsunade. And then he's like, I'm sorry, Sai, you can't be in this mission there with the thing there and stuff like that. And he's like, still, and then I think Donzo still ordered to attack Naruto, and Sakura there. So out of nowhere, Naruto and Naruto were just chilling in the village there, just hanging out and stuff. And then they see Pink going across there. Mostly when they see Pink going across, they're like, "What the fucking shit?" Naruto and Naruto are like, "What the fucking shit?" Like that. How? There's some Pink coming right at us and stuff. So And then they're like, of course, this guy there, he's been following us all day, and mostly they were talking about Sai. And technically, Sai was attacking Naruto and Naruto with his paint stuff there, and technically Naruto technically knocks him out with one punch there, and then he's like, "Get out of here! We already have a team and stuff like that." And then they already have a team there and stuff like that for it. And then technically reports back to Donzo there. Sai goes back to Donzo there and stuff like that, and says like, "Well, you tried your best, Sai, but I guess they don't want to know. They don't want like a fourth member on their team. So, so we don't have nothing to do." So that's what Donzo was saying and stuff. So, technically, that was happening with that stuff there. On mostly they go to retrieve Sasuke back. Technically, um, mostly Orochimaru. That still that stuff still happens like in the original series, or fucking Donzo or not Donzo, fucking fucking no, not sure. Fucking uh, Naruto, Narco, and Sakura. They're ride with mostly Akashi's technically damaged in this part because of that, but Naruto, Narco, there and Sakura were getting taught by Kabuto or Nagato there. And technically, they were teaching by Nagato there, and Nagato saying, "I'll be your sensei there for the time being until Kakashi comes out of the hospital there." He still gets beat up by the hospital thing there and stuff like that. So they go off to their mission there. Mostly because Sai's not in the picture in here. Technically, they go on to the mission. They get to the bridge there. On Kabuto was talking to the Satori there, and then technically Satori was actually talking to Nagato there, or Kabuto there, and actually was saying something about Orochimaru and stuff like that. Orochimaru comes out of nowhere, and he's like, "We ain't gonna make this deal," and stuff like that. Naruto, Sakura, Naruto pop out in the spring of action there, and then they're like, "Oh, it's you again," and then freaking Naruto, he's like, "Bring Sasuke back," and stuff, and then he's like, "Well, Naruto," he's like, you don't have no strength to go against me." He's like, "Sasuke's in a room," and stuff like that. That's what Orochimaru was saying to Naruto there, and he's like, "Bring him back, you rotten bastard," and then mostly Naruto was turning into his thing there, and mostly turning into the Four Tails there, like in the original series. So Orochimaru was fighting the Four Tailed Naruto there, and technically the Four Tailed Naruto was like doing some like blasts and stuff like that. Orochimaru made like some like walls around him. Still breaks it like in the original series. They're like, "Oh fucking crap," and Naruto was like was saying like she's like, "I need to stop him before he gets out of control." Sakura was trying to stop him like in the original series, and she still gets whacked by the fucking arm there. She still gets her fucking ass kicked by his tail, by Naruto's tail and stuff like that. And the only person, Naruto jumps out of nowhere and actually hugs him, and then he like just reverted back to normal. There, she's like, "Don't do this, Naruto. You know he's not fucking worth it." There, we gave up him for a long time ago, and he's like and stuff like that, and then mostly reverted back to his regular form. Naruto reverted back to his regular form there. She's like, and he's like, "Nice job, Naruto, from fucking controlling that fucking beast of you. Now you die." And then Orochimaru comes out with the sword there, and like it coming right at Naruto with the sword, and then ding, hitting hitting fucking. I think this is my fucking poster back there, but hitting fucking uh hitting his sword there. He technically hit his sword there and stuff like that. And he's like, well, you have a thing there with the you have a thing there with the fucking thing. She's like, leave him alone, or he's like, I'll fucking hurt you. So Narco's actually starting to actually get in the karma thing there because they're in danger and stuff. Because technically the karma from this from Naruto there only comes out when they're in danger and stuff. So Naruto is activating her karma. He's like, oh, he's like, crap, not again. You using that same fucking shit again there? And then technically he was almost gonna use a striking snake at Naruto, and then technically Naruto uses the Rasengan, hits the snake, the striking snake. She's like, your moves are nothing against me now. She's like, I'm not scared of you, Orochimaru, and stuff like that. So technically she said she's not scared of him and stuff. And then technically Orochimaru was like, damn. So he's like, well, and then Orochimaru was actually talking to Kabuto there, saying, let's just get out of here because we were outmatched against her. And technically they fled there. Naruto was saying, like, you hugged me, sis. He's like, why you hug me and stuff like that. And she's like, well, I seen you kind of do all this stuff there and going freaking crazy and stuff like that. And he's like, I want to bring Sasuke back in and stuff like that. And that's what he was saying and stuff. And mostly Naruto was like, okay, let's bring him back and stuff. So technically they go off on their mission with Nagato there. Technically they get to the fucking thing there. They get to the tunnels there, Orochimaru's hideout and stuff like that. Mostly minus like because Sai is not in this one. Technically Naruto, and Orochimaru are trying to find Sasuke there, and technically Sasuke goes outside in the original series, and then they hear Naruto's like, Sasuke and stuff like that, and then technically they run out. Naruto runs out there, and he's like, or not Naruto, but Sakura runs out first, and he's like, Sakura, fucking Sasuke was saying, Sakura, what are you doing here? Stuff like that, and then and then you see Naruto and Naruto run out, and he's like, oh, you two again. He's like, Naruto and Naruto, what are you doing here also? Why are you following me? Stuff like that. He's like, I want to get power and stuff. They're like, Naruto was like, we're gonna bring you back to the village there and stuff like that. And then technically, Sasuke puts like in the sword, like in the original series there. Naruto puts a kunai right up his Sasuke's neck. He's like, if you hurt him, I will kill you with, and stuff like that. If you hurt Naruto, I will kill you. That's what Naruto was actually saying to Sasuke there, and he's like, really? You're trying to kill me? He's like, you have no chance to kill me, Naruto, and stuff like that. And technically, Naruto was starting to get his like his rage going and stuff again, like and then mostly technically Naruto was arguing with the Fox like in the original series. Technically, the Vision Fox gets destroyed there by Sasuke, and technically he's like, you're not like worth of my time and stuff like that. That's what he was saying to the fox there. And he pops the fox there, like the bubble fox. He technically pops him and shit. And mostly when he pops him there, and he's like, well, you're not really a threat to me no more, you stupid fox and stuff like that. So he called him that. And then Naruto gets out of his like Telebeast form, and he's like, he's like step away there, and Sasuke appeared on top of the thing. He's like, you're just mostly wasting my time there. And mostly Kabuto was like, yeah, just leave him alone. He's trying to be a good thing there, a good sentence and stuff like that. That's what he was saying. And then Naruto was like, damn, we failed again. And then Naruto, or not Naruto, but Kabuto, yeah, Kabuto there, or not was saying, he's like, hey Naruto, why are you, this can help your brother there, and we're going to teach you how to train the chakra nature and stuff like that. So technically, that's where the what if ends there. They still fail to get Sasuke, and mostly the next arc there, it's possibly the next one we're going to go into is mostly the chakra nature, what Naruto and Naruto actually have, and that's going to be the next what if. So this what if ends. So next one we're going to see the chakra nature of what they actually have. So yep, that's more shit. Comment, rate, responsive to this members. We like what members, subscribe, hit the notification so our uploads. Comment, responsive to its members. Like, turn out, added peace.